Hi guys, welcome back to the MCM Buzz stage. We are live here in London, MCM Comic Con, and I'm really excited to welcome Nick Blood.
Hello.
Say hi. Good morning, sir. How are you today?
I'm pretty good, yeah. Not long been up, so, you know, waking up.
Still waking up. Well, this is a good way to wake up in front of an audience like this. And have you been in England for a bit, or have you been in America?
Yeah, I've been in the States and then got back about a week or so ago, so just kind of seeing family and catching up with friends and all that stuff.
And when you're out in America, because obviously when you're filming Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you must be out there for a while, what do you miss most from home?
My family, yeah, like I've got niece and nephews, and I miss them really, really badly, and the rest of my family and all my friends. I don't really miss London that much, weirdly. I thought I would, but the weather's too good in Los Angeles, so. But yeah, my family definitely, and football as well. I miss match of the day. Yeah.
I'm sure you can get it over there somehow.
Yeah, but it's like 2 in the afternoon, so it doesn't really feel the same.
No.
Like, I love it as soon as I get back, the first Saturday night, sit in front of the TV, watch match of the day, have a beer. It's quality.
Excellent. And so when you're out there filming, and then you're traveling back, is there one thing that you always travel with? One thing that you can't do without?
My suitcase.
You're a bit attached to that one suitcase.
Oh no, any suitcase, just a suitcase. Yeah. It helps to like carry all your clothes and stuff.
Oh really? Oh,
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Toothbrush I normally take.
Right.
Yeah. I have forgotten it sometimes, but then I just go to like a corner shop and buy one.
Any brands?
So, no, I don't have any brand loyalty. Pink.
Has to be pink. Right.
Yeah. I like a pink toothbrush.
Yeah, better cleaning with pink. Yeah. So Nick Blood, I wondered, is that your stage name? Is that your given name?
No, it's my real name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. People always think it's a stage name, but no, it's my real name. Don't really know where it comes from, apart from my dad, obviously. But no, I did actually look up the other day, and apparently, because obviously lots of people, like when I get introduced, like my mates call me Blood, so they'll go, oh, this is Blood, and everyone thinks it's like a gang thing or something.
Proper gangster name.
But apparently, in Wales, like back in the day, one of the origins of it is you would call like people Blood, as in like blood relatives, so it'd be the same as going like, what's up, Blood? But just however they did it in like the olden times.
So you do know?
Well, yeah, I mean, but who knows? Do you know what I mean? There is, like, because I don't know whether that is specifically the origin of it. Some people say it's from pirates, because there used to be a lot of Captain Bloods, because it was like a scary name to have, but that's the romantic. It was probably just someone who worked in an abattoir or something like that back in the day.
Potential pirate abattoir worker
something like that.
mix, yeah. And speaking of names, on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. you play Lance Hunter.
Yep.
Again, with a name like that, you've got to be a secret agent.
Well, he was the head of Strike, like the British version of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
And in fact, one of the showrunners got me like the first comic, an original edition of the first comic that he appeared in, and weirdly it was number 19, which any of the real Marvel geeks will know the significance of that. Anyone? Anyone got a guess? What's the significance of number 19? It's to do with Bobby Morse. She was Agent 19. That was her like number in S.H.I.E.L.D. So you lot are useless.
Nice little Easter egg there. And so playing a secret agent, did you have to research that role in the comics, or did you just kind of get the script and go with it? Yeah,
well, I mean, originally it was, like when I did the auditions and stuff, he wasn't called Lance Hunter.
Oh, right.
Hello. I can't remember what he was called, but like that was something which came a bit later. But yeah, I got sent all the comics and stuff and all the digital versions of them and everything. But you know, it's a different version of him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't have to kind of worry too much about what it was. He had like a bowler hat and stuff in the comics. So.
Yeah, that would have been a bit random. Yeah. And was there ever any discussion about you having an American accent for the role?
Yeah, actually, like originally they weren't sure whether it was, they hadn't decided where he was going to be from or anything. It was just a character they'd written, and they're very conscious of trying to make it international, which I'm sure you all know, like there's Brits in there, and they've had Irish in there, and Australian, and Colombian, and so on. So like, they were open-minded And at one point they were thinking they might do it American, and I think I'd done a taping for it in an American accent, but they went with British, so it made my job easier.
Yeah. Well, one of the
Although, having said that, Ian DeCastiga one time got dissed for his Scottish accent.
Really?
On the show, yeah. So on like some blog or something, someone wrote like Ian DeCastiga has a shocking Scottish accent.
Have they ever dissed you about your British accent?
I don't think so, no.
Not that you've
No, not that I've seen.
Well, speaking of the accents, there is a fantastic scene with you and Spud and May, and you guys are drinking in the pub, getting wasted.
Yeah.
And they actually have to subtitle you guys, which is hilarious.
I thought they missed a trick though, because they should have done the translation. Because we had loads of like British slang in there, and I was like, they should have done it with the American translation. I think would have been better.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
But like May calls you a muppet and is great.
Yeah.
How was it to film that scene?
Do you know what? That was probably my favourite episode to shoot. That and the last one, because it's just nice when you get to play like a slightly different character, and they kind of consulted quite a lot on what he would wear, and they kind of went going for like a football casual kind of look. So yeah, I had loads of fun doing that, and the fight scene in that was pretty brutal and really good fun to do.
Well, I mean, speaking of the fight scenes, you have the great fight scenes with May.
Yeah.
Is there any that particularly stands out, or the fight scenes with Bobby?
Definitely the one, that one from that episode, because it was really rough and raw, and I kind of like it when it's a bit more rough and ready rather than choreographed and everything, because he's a brawler, he's not really a kind of martial arts expert kind of thing. But the one we did on the final episode, that one, because we were like, it's amazing like how quickly you learn and like you realise that you've picked up like a lot of skills from doing all the fight training, because we got to set to, that was like I think that was the last day of shooting that episode, and we were there and we got this like huge fight sequence where it was all like where it's the two of us fighting in tandem against like 5 guys in the woods, and we shot that in a studio. And I was kind of thinking, in the script it kind of said like they were using all the shadows. You're going to see a lot of the shadows of the fights. So I was just assuming, well, they must just be using stunt doubles, because we've not rehearsed this at all. And normally about a week before you start rehearsing the fights with a fight director and everything. And we got there and it's like, no, you guys are doing it. So we just had to learn it on the spot. And Adrianne's done loads of fight stuff in the past, but I'm nowhere near as experienced as her. But you kind of surprised myself how quickly managed to pick it up. But yeah, that I enjoyed doing that one. But my favourite bit of that one is where I just kicked the guy who's on the floor at the end instead to say something about Stalin.
Well, we want to go to fan questions in a moment. So if you guys have a question, then stick your hand up and I'll come round to you. But before we do that, obviously, we have to mention Marvel's Most Wanted, so the spin-off pilot. I know you shot that. How was it filming?
It's great, yeah. You know, it's a great team of people, and you know, the showrunners and stuff are just two of my favourite people who work on the show, and me and Adrianne got on really well. So yeah, it was just good crack, really. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so if you guys want to stick your hands up, and I'll come round to you.
Hello.
Hello.
Just wanted to ask, who is probably the funniest person on set? Because I imagine sort of you guys have a lot of fun times, but...
I'd say, that's a really tricky question. Like, Henry is hilarious. Like, he's quite a dark horse. Like, you don't really realise it because he's such a, like, big, gentle giant and softly spoken guy, and then he'll just crack you up with some of the dirtiest jokes and stuff. So he's really funny. Like, Ian is hilarious. Clark for, like, the one-liners. Like, during his scene, he's the one that will just come out with something that will have everyone in stitches. So yeah, I'd say they're in the top 3. Top 3. Cool.
Any other questions?
Hi.
Are you right?
I'm good, thanks. You?
Yeah, good.
I wanted to ask, is there, like, parting shot had me in tears at the end?
Sorry, say that again?
Parting shots, the end scene had me in tears, and I was just wondering, is there a chance that you and Adrianne are coming back to the show at some point?
Who knows, you know? If I did know, I wouldn't be able to tell you anyway. You know what Marvel are like. But I think that's a nice thing. I think they were quite conscious when they wrote that episode that they didn't want to kill us off. they wanted to leave that door open. So you never know. It depends how the diplomacy goes with the Russian government. You just have to see.
Any more questions?
Hi, Nick.
Hey, you all right?
I really teared up during your parting episode. When you were at the pub, I cried like a baby. And I wanted to know how long did it take and if it was emotional for you to shoot that scene. And how long did it take to shoot it?
I suppose it probably took most of like half a day, something like that, because in scenes like that, you know, the more people you have in a scene, the more coverage you have to do, so it always takes longer. There can be a 5-minute long scene with 2 people, and that can take an hour, but if it's a 1-minute long scene with 8 people, then it's going to take a lot longer. So that was probably half the day, because we had to go all the way around, we had to do entrances and exits and everything. But yeah, it was I don't think anyone needed to act too much in that, because you know, you were able to just look at people and realise that these people that, you know, you were thrown in the mix with, and then you spend more time than you do with your family with, that you've got to know really well, that you're not going to see them. And there's crew members, like there's people behind the monitor crying, and yeah, so it was an emotional scene to film, because you're looking at, you know, like some really, really close friends, like Henry and Ian are 2 of my closest friends out there and stuff, and you realising you're not going to see them every day. So I still see Ian every day, but
Henry did look super sad.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
Hi there.
Hello, mate.
If you and Bobby were to come back to one of the Netflix shows, which one would you prefer to go into and why?
Probably Better Call Saul. I don't know. That's a good question. Which one do you think would suit? Sorry? Yeah? Luke Cage, yeah. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. Whatever makes you happy.
And last question over here.
If you had superpowers or you became inhuman, what would you want to be? What would you do?
Superpower. I think a good catch-all one is mind control. Because then if you were like, oh, I want to be a really good footballer, you could just control everyone's minds to thinking you're a really good footballer. I think it would just be very useful on a day-to-day basis. Although it could be quite self-destructive as well, because it'd make you very lazy. So it's a bit of a dilemma, but generally mind control. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's been fantastic. One last question from me. Last time you were here at MCM with Ian DeCustica, you guys were talking about doing a little spin-off theme tune. How's that going? Do you remember it? Can you sing it?
Yeah, we talked a lot of rubbish, so don't listen too closely to anything we said. No, maybe we should get back on that.
Yeah, work on it for next time. I'll test you again.
Cool.
Well, everyone, it's been fantastic having Nick Budd here. Please say thanks.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Let the